Thank you so much to Card Market for sponsoring today's video.
Hello everyone, welcome back to a new video. My name is Filipa. Today I'm going to be playing Standard Best of 1. I hope you enjoy my new lights. My background is a bit more purpley. And yeah, if you haven't noticed, I didn't post for the past week. And I'm sorry, but I was one of the casters for the Magic Spotlight Series Liverpool. So I was passing some days in Liverpool. It was very fun. The format was standard. There were almost 600 players. The top 8 qualified for the Pro Tour. So I know that a lot of people are waiting for the bans. Me too. I'm excited to see how Standard is going to shape out. Also, I'm almost having the early access for Avatar, but in the meantime, I didn't want to spend more days without posting some Standard content. So I think this is going to be my last video before the Avatar streamer early access event, or even just before the bans. But I had to try this deck, and this deck I believe will be super ban free, so you can play it no problem. I doubt any of these cards will be impacted by the bans. And my friend actually Fonseca played in this tournament that I was talking about. Shout out, I don't know if he watches my video, but I met him before the event and he told me, oh, I'm playing just some spicy brew. I'm like, okay, a Smuggler surprise brew, and I'm like, sure, that sounds fun. And then he made day 2. So he went on the feature table. It was very nice. He crushed a mono black player, and it was actually super fun. He ended up top 64, so he got a promo foil, Spectacular Spider-Man, as well as some cash. All with this deck right here that you're seeing. And if you don't know the card Smuggler Surprise, I really enjoy it. I have several decks inspired by this card, but the idea is that you can use the spree to mix and match whatever the abilities you want. Usually the most important one is that for 6 mana you're able to put 2 creature cards from your hand onto the battlefield. Then for just 1 more mana, creatures you control with power 4 or greater gain X-proof and indestructible. You can just pay 2 mana to get this last part. So there's a lot of things you can do with Smuggler Surprise. And the idea is that we have a lot of creatures that have a lot of entered battlefield effects that work really well with Smuggler Surprise. For example, Marang River Region that lets you bounce 2 non-land permanents. We also have Overlord that lets you deal 4 damage to any target. We have the other Overlord that gets you a land. We have Ureni, the song Unending, 8 mana, 10/10, flying, protection from white, protection from black. Whenever enters, it deals X damage divided as you choose among any number of target creatures and or planeswalkers your opponents control, where X is the number of lands you control. So very good card, very good way to remove stuff. We have Vaultborn Tyrant that can not only be such a great card engine, especially when multiple creatures are entering at the same time, but also lets you draw cards and gain life. So very cool card overall. We have Summon Fenrir to get us some ramp. We have Esper Origins to gain life and also then get the other side, which is very beneficial and can get us some ramp even. And then we want to use this ramp to also be able to cast the creatures even if we don't have Smuggler Surprise. The thing about this deck that I really like is that besides having these explosive things that you can do with big creatures, for example, even Calamity, you can play it, it has haste. Whenever attacks while saddled, you can choose a non-legendary creature you control that saddle this, and then when you attack, you create 2 copies that are tapped and attacking. That works great with the Overlord, with Marang, so really, it works really well with our deck as well. But yeah, besides the fact that we can ramp and get these explosive turns I was saying, you also have a lot of ways to remove what your opponent is doing. Into the Flood Maw is great against aggro decks or even against decks that are trying to combo. You can bounce an non-land permanent, so even for example against artifacts you can do something like bounce the Simulacrum. We have Console the Star Shards as a bit of card draw. We have 2 Abrades, which is, it can be a way to remove a creature, but can also destroy artifacts. So Agatha's Soul Cauldron, for example, that combos in VV is a good way to destroy that permanently. Another thing that we have is Timed Explosion. We have 4 of those. So this is a way not only to draw cards, you can then choose to discard. So if you don't want a board wipe, you don't need to discard anything. But if you want a board wipe, we usually have a lot of stonky creatures. So this is going to deal X damage to every creature, where X is the greatest mana value amongst cards discarded this way. So it works really well to board wipe our opponents. We also have one Bloomvine Regent, which again, it has a bit of dragon synergy. It can gain you life, and you can use the left side to ramp. One thing that I like is that if you think about it, we have several avatars, we have several dragons, so card like Cavern of Souls can be really good to be able to say one of these creature types, make them uncounterable, which usually creature decks really struggle against blue-white because they're just trying to counter everything, but the Cavern of Souls really does help out with that. And yeah, and again, also this land can help you make your things uncounterable. So for example, if you want to make your Smuggler Surprise uncounterable, you can, which is very nice. And the deck seems really promising. You know, I don't say no to a Smuggler Surprise deck, so big shout out to my friend that played that in Liverpool. Congratulations for the great finish, and let's see if it works out for us as well. Opponent goes first. We do have a good curve. I wish, of course, I was on the play, but you cannot have it all. I'll take that. Ooh, that's tough. Good thing that we have Abrade. I was actually going to go for Esper Origins, but I'll take care of Voice of Victory instead. So I can say Avatar with Cavern of Souls, I can also say Dragon. I'll say Dragon. Yeah, I think Dragon is fine. They don't have counters anyway, just more for the mana fixing aspect of it. Oh wow, the card draw is real. Okay, this avatar will enter with some counters on it. The mana ramp is here, and now we have all the big creatures. I love these ores, by the way. That's okay. Ooh, wait a second. Wait a second. This is absolutely insane. Look at the card draw and life gain this is going to generate. It's absolutely wild. Absolutely unfair. As trample as well. Okay, they gain some life, but they might have like a board wipe or something, but I have the ace creature again. I have to discard 2 cards. I'll discard the Origins because we can get them back from the grave. And the thing is that if they don't exile, this comes back. Okay, that does exile, which is good for them, but I can go with these without copying anything. Or I can actually copy something. Copy this. We saddle it. And it's going to give us some lands. Opponent didn't like that. I wouldn't like either. GG. I go first. Okay. This is a keep. Maybe a bit slow, but what can we do? Now we don't need more lands, for sure. Okay, we're against Gruul, I guess. I don't want to deal with that. Bye, Art Claw. What else do you have? Slick shot. Okay. Into the Flood Maw will be good against slick shot, or we can always just go for timed explosion. Because I think they don't expect board wipes from this deck, which might make them commit too much to the board. Okay, that's good. Okay. They didn't overcommit. Actually, Breeding Pool, because against them I cannot go so crazy. Okay. That's a good one, because I definitely want to draw cards. What? That cannot be good. Doing that before I lose life. I can just do the Marang. Or I can just go Marang, return two things next turn. That's also an option. Yeah, I guess that's the option. Since now I don't want to draw the 3 cards, right? Okay, so let's say Dragon. And let's... they might have... Okay, so they might have a protection, but they cannot protect both, so... Choose your fighter, I guess. There's let 20. Which is scary. Okay, Razor Keen. This card was so good against CVV that it's absolutely insane. I'll have to draw, which will leave me pretty low on life, but it is worth it, I guess. I'll attack. Sometimes you gotta be... Sometimes you gotta be wild. If they have like 3 damage, they might just go for the Marang. Damn. That's fine. Okay, let's get... Okay, I have an idea. Let's gain life first. Now, I can play another Esper Origins. Or I can just kill that. I think I'll just play another Origins. I'm going to keep my blocker. Like, I don't need to risk it. GG. GG. Never risk against these kind of decks, because that's when you lose. Okay, we are on the play. I believe in Esper Origins. I really need to believe, because I need a third... Oh, no. Okay, at least we are on the play. And... Okay, land on top. Okay, that's good. This doesn't matter, because then with the summon I just shuffle the deck. I guess last lands. We all know all that stuff. Very tough. I need blue so I can have a little timed explosion, if you know what I mean. Oh my god, they will cry when I... Oh my god, they will literally cry. If they don't kill me first. But I don't think they will. Oh my god, they will cry. Absolutely, they will cry. Three damage is all I need. Okay, and this, oh my, and we have the Smuggler surprise so close. What do they do against Ureni? Hopefully they cannot steal it. You know what, okay, that's good, but... Oh my god. This is evil. You know what I'm doing, right? It doesn't fly. Oh no! What could I potentially do? I'll take 1 damage though. This goes face, because then this can only go to creatures. Not bad. If they don't have anything, they die next turn. I'm really hoping they don't have like a way to steal my Ureni. I would still be alive, but barely. That's okay. Razorkin is good, but not in this situation. I mean, at least it's not amazing. They have a 10-10 flying and a 5-5 that whenever it attacks I deal 4 damage, whatever I want. Doesn't matter that you have the max speed, because I have the max dragon. Sure, I'll take 1 damage. Technically I can just win, right? Okay, never mind. I don't want to kill my creatures. I need to be careful. So now I'm at 10. Okay, this way they go to 1. Okay. I'm just going to say that I don't like that, but okay. If they try to steal, I have protection. Okay, even if they have another one, is not enough. But they always have the other one, don't they? They always have the other one. Insane. GG, GG. We got there. Opponent goes first. This is very awkward mana-wise. This is better. I don't have any blue, so this Into the Flood Maw doesn't make sense. Somebody's playing some life gain, okay. I respect that. I need to find the board wipe, I guess. Come on, help me find it. They're good, but they're not what I need. I can also ramp, but ramp for what? Ow, ow. Their creatures are getting huge next turn. Okay. Still not absolutely sure what I'm ramping for, but... Oh no, that's bad. It's bad because the creatures will get huge. Come on! Yes! This is exactly what I needed. Ah, this is so good. It feels so good. When you get exactly the card that you needed. Do they concede? I mean, they're still at 38 life. So I don't see why they would concede, but... Yeah, that's a good one. And I cannot kill it because of the life total. I'll get the free land, right? And next turn, I guess I can go for the Marang. Vanishing Light won't do much for them. So I can return the Exemplar of Light and also the Leyline of Hope, which then they have to pay 4 mana to recast, which is going to delay them a lot. Suddenly I rebuild, I'm close to getting Ureni. I have the Overlord, which kills these now. Fair enough. I don't think they have a way to have aced. Doesn't matter, I will lose the land when I play the summon. The land on top, I mean. Doesn't really matter. Okay, let's try to get them below 27. So that the creatures at least don't have +2/+2. But I do have Ureni next, which basically will kill any creature, I guess, that they can deploy. Will just make life difficult for them. I think they concede now with Ureni. Told you. They always concede to Ureni. That card is insane. Opponent goes first. I don't have blue actually, because this cavern... Yeah, it's a mole. Hear me out, hear me out. I just need a land and then I can Overlord, right? And I have Esper Origins. I really... The worst hands that I've kept in my life, it's all because I'm hoping that somehow Esper Origin will save the day. Okay, No. Cannot let that happen. We already have a Marang. Okay, I'll say Avatar, right? Ah, Ghost Vacuum, that's good. That's very good. Okay, let's say Avatar, just in case. We have more avatars, this is also Avatar, so... Okay, we are getting some fixing. They go for... You know that Marang might actually be one of the best cards to get with Vacuum ever. We do have a Abrade, so maybe that's something to do eventually. Braided Net, love that. We didn't get land, so I might as well go for these, try to get a land. We did get land, love that. I kinda don't want to give them any of my good cards, right? A bit greedy, but hey. Sometimes greediness is important. Yeah, I got my good creature. Okay, tapped land. Another Braided Nets, sure. They're better when they have Simulacrum, I guess. Yeah, I'll play it as a creature. They for sure have removal, but eventually this will also transform, so... They can also just Braided Net. Ghost Vacuum. Okay, another tapped land. That's fine with me. Really, a snare is something I kind of expected. But what they don't know is that I have another one. And if I can get the Calamity with the Overlord, that's absolutely insane. So if I get the 8th land, I can Ureni. If not, if it's something Abrade. Okay, I like Abrade. I can get rid of anything, basically. Can you tap it? Okay. To put the stun counter and draw a card. I thought it's for the blades that deal 5 damage to a tapped creature, but I guess that makes sense. They can just go for the getting a 1/1 Marang. Looks like they don't want that. Things can get really ugly with Calamity, but they have the braided net, so actually it can't. 2 braided net is tough. You can think about how tough that is. That's fair. I try to attack, they'll stop me. I might need to upgrade the Ghost Vacuum. Next turn I'll have Ureni. It's because that Ghost Vacuum is getting kind of annoying and dangerous. Getting the Overlord plus getting the Marang. With these I'll have enough mana for Ureni next turn as well. Even though I don't know if they'll play creatures, but... if it wasn't for the braided net, I would be better. Okay, I want them to choose first. Then we destroy it. Now, braided net is an annoying artifact because they still have so many triggers of it. Abilities, I guess. But eventually they have to stop. Okay, at least it's not the Simulacrum. I think they want to craft it to make a 5/5, I guess. Not sure with what they want to craft it with. That's fine. Not a Ghost Vacuum. That's fair, that way I cannot attack. But I have good creatures that will hopefully draw me cards. What can... Hi, the Ghost Vacuum doesn't even go for anything. Okay. The base stuff. The base stuff. Going for the Solemn Simulacrum, I'm assuming. Oh, Precious Snare, that makes sense. I'll still draw a card though. So they have 1, 2, 3 mana left. They can craft these. Yeah, cause why not? But they need to pay to draw the cards. It will be a lot of cards though. Part of me really wants to save the Ureni for the ability. I could just go for the damage now, but... Okay, they want to get the summon. This, how many? For each artifact you control. That makes sense. So now they have the simulacrum. So they can start making some... That's so many cards! Who needs so many cards? That's a good question. Okay, the Ureni can kill that. But then I don't even know. They even tap it, they don't care. They just have so much card advantage that it's absolutely wild. That's when this deck gets insane. Okay, I have these, but I don't know what it will do for me. Probably not much. Protection from white can be good. I could protect it, but I prefer to leave my protection for the future. Because we know things are about to get crazy. Can I do everything next turn with the Smuggler Surprise? All the sides? 9 mana? I can. They just have so many cards that I know that probably it's GG. Another simulacrum. I think this is the end, because then they get the fire thing. Unless they don't see it. There's always that chance, that small, tiny chance. Nope, they see it. Actually, this ain't it. They really go full on. Okay. Maybe they have an end, that's all I can think of. Ah, they have another bay. Okay. Absolutely wild. How much damage is this? Oh my god. Not even Ureni can save us from this one, I can tell you that much. They all have aced as well, by the way. By the way. How much damage is this? Wow. Just wow. I go first, okay, I'll keep it. Because why not? So opponent has 7 cards. I have a lot of ways to ramp, which is nice. Also Esper Origins can help me out. Abrade can remove something. Okay, so the rest has to take either Abrade or Esper Origins. I'm actually fine with that. Next turn I'll go for the Overlord. They might have a bat. So I have to remove the bat with a Abrade. They know that. It probably doesn't feel good, but what can they do? You can look, but you cannot touch. Okay, I'll go for the starting town instead, I guess. We'll take a bit of damage, but that's okay. We get a land. This should be a good matchup for me. Reacher of the Season is good. Not... Ooh, I like both of them. I don't want to reveal the ores though. I want it to be a secret. I'll take 2. Oh, another one. Okay. What do they have for 1 mana? Tragic Trajectory will not work. I'll pay because I want to keep the protection. See how this works. It's not legendary. Yeah, I guess it works pretty well for me. I think this is my sign. Because I want to protect my little ores. They didn't like it. They did not like it. And it's fair. That's it, everyone. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you do, don't forget to subscribe, thumbs up, and as always, I'll see you next video. Let me know in the comments if you're watching still what cards you think are going to get banned. I think that Vivi or Cauldron will definitely get banned, but I think after what I saw in Liverpool, Profts will also get banned because that card is absolutely insane. If you don't know, Vivi had a big win rate in Liverpool. I'm not sure after day 2 what was the win rate, but for sure after day 1 it was 60.8%, which is very high. So yeah, I'm sure that things from the Vivian deck will get affected. I'm just not sure what exactly it will be. That's it for me today, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye bye!